Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Tyree No Banks, and today I have a book review for you guys. It's been a minute since I did a book review, and it's honestly because it took me a minute to get through this book. I don't know what the issue was, but today I'm doing the book review on The Last Street novel by Omar Tyree, and this right here is a piece of work. This is New York Times bestselling author Omar Tyree. I've had a conversation with him before, and I believe he's my friend on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. But like when I seen The Last Street novel, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a gritty book that I really want to read. I don't know, I really just wanted to read a really good urban fiction book, and I didn't want to read like The Coldest Winter Ever because I always read that book. I didn't want to read White Lines by Tracy Brown because I always reread that book. I wanted to read something that I ain't never really read before, and I never read this before. So I was like, let me give it a try. Sorry, y'all already know I give an overview and then I tell you how I feel. So the overview about The Last Street novel is basically about this national best-selling author, and he's married, and he's a national best-selling author in romance fiction, and he goes back home to Harlem to basically do a street book, and then stuff goes sideways from there. So Sharif Crawford is the author in this book, national best-selling author, romance fiction. He has a wife and he has 2 kids, but on top of that, he also has side chicks, as I want to call it. He has side chicks. He has never 2 in like the same city. Like places he goes, he'll probably have 1 there. So in the beginning of this book, he's at a book signing in Harlem, and this woman approaches him about writing a book about somebody's life that's in prison. The dude's name is Michael Springfield, and basically when that gets out that Michael Springfield wants a book on him, everybody goes crazy because Michael Springfield might turn into a rap, a snitch. So when it gets back to everybody like, maybe he shouldn't, maybe he gonna name drop, you feel me, like. And Sharice just like, man, like, even if he was to name drop, like, I wouldn't put y'all names in the book. Like, I'm not no snitch. I'm not about to snitch through my book. He just want a book on his life. So, he goes up to Harlem. This whole time he's in this disagreement with his wife about the kids and stuff. Well, not really about the kids, but about their marriage, because she knows that he's cheating on her, basically. Like, she knows that he out here in these streets, you feel me? Like, she knows, okay? And he's just like, well, you're not satisfying me. Like, you're not having sex with me. You already know that's what I was like. You already knew that I like to get it in, but you won't even let me touch you, and you already know I'm not going for that. Like, so I'm about to get it in. And so that was like the downfall of their relationship. But she was just like, well, you not loving me like that, this, that, and the field, and I know you out there in them streets, so of course I'm not gonna let you touch me. Like, that's how she is. So they going back and forth like that, and he's in Harlem, and he meet up with his homeboys or whatever, and they basically like showing him around the new Harlem, and they like, you can talk to this dude, this dude, this dude, but this dude, he not gonna say much. This dude, da da da, like. They were basically like, it was not like how it was back in the day when people wanted to be on top and stuff like that. What it is that now people just want to do things for show. Like, people like low key don't nobody really want to be like the king of the streets like that. Like how they were gritty back in the day. Like, ain't nobody like that. Things are different. So as the story goes on, we get to meet like his side chicks that he has. Like, he has this one side chick, and he's telling us how, like, basically like how he's attracted to her, but soon he's not gonna be like with her no more. We see how one prison visit to Michael Springfield, how that kind of shifts everything. Like, word got out quick that Sharif had visited Michael Springfield in jail, and it's like everybody was started gunning for Sharif, and the girl, I believe her name was Cynthia, was Michael's friend. Like, she didn't even see all of this coming. And she ended up being one of his side chicks too when he came up to Harlem. So that's like, so the meaty part of this is that towards like, I want to say like almost like the end. Maybe it's a little bit more. I don't know. But that's when it started getting juicy, because that's when folks started like coming for his head, shooting at him and stuff. From that part on, I was just like, wow, because it went from like the gangsters asking like Sharif, like, we need to talk, this, that, and the field, blah blah blah, to him getting shot at on the block, to him running, to him being picked up by like the hood's finest at the moment called Baby G, to them linking to him switching his hotel room, because he ended up getting a hotel room in the gritty part of Harlem just to like, you know, be in the know of writing this book. But he ended up getting it in New York, Times Square. I would say New York Times Square. He ended up getting a hotel room there for that night, and then the next morning he went back to his hotel, and what happened? Oh, one of his friends had set him up basically, but his friend kept telling him to go home, but Sharif didn't want to be a punk and just go home. So Sharif stayed, and his friend basically betrayed him, and they met up in a park. And so basically, like, he knew, they had told him to get in the car. He knew that they were going to kill him, so he saved himself, and then it was like a huge shootout. And a lot of people ended up dying, and then he ended up making a deal with somebody to write a book about somebody else, and they put it under a different pen name that I think they called him the King or something like that, and it just went on with him being partners with that guy, and yeah, him continued to write his romance books under his name, and then him continued to write the urban fiction under the pen name The King. And then him and his wife, they end up rekindling their relationship, got back, he dropped all his side chicks or whatever, and like, that's really this book. That's what that is. It didn't give me that feeling like I wanted to. I mean, I read like a whole nother book while I was reading this one. I was just like, I finished that book within 2, 3, 4 days or something. And with this book, 2 weeks, 2.5. So on a 5-star scale. Oh, we're not doing movies. On a scale of 1 to 10 of books. We're going to do the scale of 1 to 10 for books, and then 5-star for movies. So on a scale of 1, well, I mean, but see, when I do book reviews, they do got 5 stars. So we're going to do 5 stars. The stars. So on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I give this book a strong, if I could rate it like this, it would be like a 3.789. 1, because of how it was written. It was written very well. Omar Tyree is a great author. It was written very well, very descriptive. But it just ain't give me that, like, I didn't really like it. Like, this book will probably be the only time, like, I swear to y'all, I'm not throwing shade or nothing, be the only time I read this book. Like, it's gonna stay, when I have my home library of when y'all get to see it, this book is just gonna stay on my shelf, and it's gonna be a nostalgic, book. Forgot when this book came out. I don't even think it got the year on here. Let me see. This book came out, it's like 2007. I was in the 7th grade. I am now about to get my master's degree. And the natural light is going out. I record a video this late, huh? But if y'all like, if y'all read this book, let me know. Like, if y'all read this book, let me know. Let me know y'all thoughts about it. Just let me know. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Make sure y'all leave some comments on this video so I can get some more reviews out for you guys. Make sure y'all are subscribed to become a brownie. I would love for y'all to join the family. And yeah, I will definitely see y'all. I will definitely have another book review up for you guys. Because y'all know every book that I'm reading, I am doing a book review. Like, that's just that on that. Ooh, that was corny. Okay, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.